Hello children, today I have come with the third chapter of science subject and name of the chapter is synthetic fiber and plastics. As you have studied in 7th standard and also in 6th standard about the fibers, different types of fibers. How many types of fibers you have studied about? Yes, we have studied about two types of fibers, natural fibers and synthetic fibers or man-made fibers. And if we further classify, which are the natural fibers? Okay, what have you studied about the natural fibers? Natural fibers we get from two different sources, as plant source and animal source. Which are the fibers that come from plant source? They are cotton and jute and flax. Okay, which are the animal sources or the fibers which we get from animals? That's wool, silk. Now children, today we are going to study about the synthetic fibers or the man-made fibers, the fibers which are manufactured in the factories. Okay, we are going to study about the history of synthetic fiber. So today we are going to talk about types of synthetic fiber and the characteristics of each type of synthetic fiber, and after that we will further proceed with plastics that are useful to us in our day-to-day life. Well, before we move on to the types of synthetic fibers, let's first understand what are synthetic fibers. Okay, now a synthetic fiber is also called a chain of small units joined together. Can you see the figure or the picture? A necklace where several beads are arranged together one after the other, and this is how. This is called a chain of beads. You can see U-pins connected to each other, joined with each other, and it forms a chain of several U-pins. Okay, so several U-pins are joined together to form a long chain. Same here, you can see many beads are joined together to make a long chain or a necklace, right? Synthetic fiber, which is called a man-made fiber or artificial fiber, it can be considered or called a chain of small units joined together, and each small unit is actually a chemical substance. Many such small units, when they combine together, they form a large single unit called a polymer. What's polymer? Polymer is collection of or combination of small units, okay, made up of chemical substance. And polymer is a combination of two words, one poly means many, and the other one is mer means part or unit. Many parts or many units, and it's a Greek word. Do you know polymers not only can be made in factories by human beings or it can be man-made, but in nature also polymers are found. And the natural polymer which you can see is cotton. Cotton is one of the example. It's a polymer called cellulose, and cellulose is made up of large number of glucose units. Okay, cellulose is made up of what? Glucose units. Few more examples of natural polymers are silk, wool, protein, etc. Okay, so this was all about natural polymers, the polymers which are found in nature. Now we move on to next topic, that is types of synthetic fiber. The first one we are going to talk about is rayon. Rayon is actually the fiber which is obtained from natural substance or natural raw material, but then chemically it is treated. Chemical treatment is done to the naturally obtained raw material, and then rayon is obtained. Okay, so rayon is actually not completely a synthetic fiber, but it's like semi, because the raw material which is obtained is from the nature. And let's see the story of rayon. Now, as you have studied that silk fiber we obtained from silkworm, which was discovered in China, and it was kept as a closely guarded secret for a long time. But fabric obtained from silk fiber was very costly. So everybody means actually the rich could afford it, all could not afford silk. So the need of another fabric which resembled silk, but it was cheap in comparison to the silk fabric. So attempts were made to make silk artificially, right? Towards the end of 19th century, scientists were successful in obtaining a fiber having properties similar to that of silk. Silk fiber is so beautiful, its texture is so fascinating that every woman would like to wear cloth made up of silk. And so the need of artificial silk, or so the need of manufacturing silk artificially arose, and towards the end of 19th century it was successfully obtained, and it had similar properties to that of silk look wise. But if you try to find out the difference between original silk and artificial silk, one or two properties would help you in identifying it, and I would like to share it with you. One is silk clothes. When you wash it, they crumble into a very small size, and if you take artificial silk, when it is drenched or when it is wet, its volume increases, or you can see it doesn't squeeze into small size. The second biggest difference is silk fibers do not catch fire, but artificial fibers, artificial silk, if you bring fire near to artificial silk, it will catch fire easily. So that's how you can find out which out of the two cloth given which looks like silk, which one is original and which one is artificial. Now let's see from where or which raw material is used to obtain rayon fiber. Actually, rayon is obtained by chemical treatment of wood pulp, and is considered as artificial silk. Although rayon is obtained from a natural source, wood pulp, yet it is a man-made fiber. It is cheaper. The properties of rayon is that it's cheaper than silk and can be woven like silk fibers. It can also be dyed in a wide variety of colors. Dyed means it can be colored, Rayon fibers can be colored before weaving into artificial silk cloth